Hello there, this is Smith Welding and Restoration. I am your host, Adam Niffen. Stick around, see what's in the garage this week. Got a broken frame. We'll grind that down now. That was not originally welded. We welded that bastard. We don't care. But you can see it was busted to shit. We welded that. It dropped this whole panel. It dropped this whole quarter panel over an inch. And you can see when that broke, it actually broke the quarter panel here. That generally is what's happening. When your windows break here, you need to look back here, crawl up underneath and look at them.
Especially right there, above the doghouse. Oh, above the dog leg.
See, right there. Yep. And they'll break right there also. This one appears to be intact up there. Our inner wheelhouse is in really good shape. We'll replace some metal in it. See? Maybe. I mean, we may just pull the tires and weld that from the inside to the new piece. I don't know what we'll do yet. We'll make it work, folks. That's where we're at. We're going to get all this cleared out. The goal is to get all this cleared out now. We're going to get the center panel. We'll get this piece fabricated up right there where that lock mechanism. So we're going to put a new piece in here. We'll fabricate that up and get it in. The trunk pan actually comes up to this edge. So all I've got to do is fabricate this little section that comes out to it. And that's it. So we'll fabricate that little section there and get it in place. Drop the trunk pan on top of it for this section and up to where he's at now. We got some good metal back in there. Up here it's all gone. So the goal is to get the center squared up where we can pour 15, we can treat the rust, whatever. Naval jelly, up inside that rail. It's rotted in sections.
Condensation rot.
Yep. So we'll section in those if we have to. Fabricate that. Get that center section in stable. We're going to get that center section in stable. And then that way it holds our dimensions true. I'm going to go outside, folks. That'll hold our dimensions true. And then we can then do the driver's side, trunk pan, drop off, outer wheelhouse. Then we can put the quarter panel on. Those are the sections we're dealing with right now. And then we'll go to the passenger side and put all that together. Once that's done, we got to fit the trunk lid. Finish up about 6 or 8 section repairs on the doors. And then we've got some repairs inside the car that we found under the back seat that we had to pull out for the repairs we're doing now. A little bit on the rockers. A little bit on the doors. We're done with metal. It's going back together. Alright folks, we are looking at 1971 at Monte Carlo. Talked to the owner last night. We're going to repair this with 16 gauge steel like it was originally. We're going to do a lot of just section repairs. It's not going to be sexy, but it's all hidden so we don't care. That up in there we've got treated with, this whole section we've treated with naval jelly. Because we're going to cover all that up. We're going to get it all treated, a little more grinding to do, and then that's just going to be a Dutchman Dunlop patch right there. It's not 100% correct, but again, it's in the trunk pan, and we had to draw a line somewhere. That's the line in the sand we drew, okay? Don't judge me. We got to draw a line somewhere on these projects. We got any deeper, we're getting into increasing their bill by over 10%, which is unavailable. We can't do it. So we're getting stuff set up so that we can start putting the trunk surface back together. Eye for detail, that's what you gotta have. And I'll show you what I'm talking about and why. See that right there? This has all been coated, right? That right there, helper, left that undressed. I dressed those welds down. You look underneath this thing after I get it all undercoated, you'll never tell there's a weld there. You can't leave that kind of shit unaddressed. Oh, well, nobody's gonna see it. My ass. Somebody will see that. It wasn't a bad repair, it just wasn't a clean repair. So make no question or doubt about it, I'm a stickler for all the little bullshit details. Yeah, it's up underneath the fucking car, up underneath the frame rail. I'm just a little irritated right now because all of the rust preventative, I guess, encapsulator has been put down. But prior to that, I stated flatly I needed that to be cleaned up. And there's other areas up underneath there where I gotta cut a little bit out, or at very least flange enough metal. The shit that irritates me. This is the part-timer temporary assistance we're getting right now. I don't have these problems with Jeremy. So I'm gonna fab up some more pieces. I'll show you this metal brake in action. We'll go from there. Oh yeah. It's past 8. No, I wasn't out here like straight through, okay? I work hard, but I don't work around the clock and around the calendar anymore. I put in a fair day's shake and move on. I used to work around the clock and around the calendar. It killed me. Kind of want to poke at you, show you where we're at, okay? You ready for this? I had to create some new tail section. That's going to be kind of a bear to, it was a bitch to weld, it's going to kind of be a bear to grind down, whatever, we don't care. That gets pulled up and plug welded. Now it's got structure again. This was gone, all this lip was gone. I replaced it all to in there, and I may have to go further. There's a hole right there. So, we'll see. Our goal is to shore up this section again and get it shored up and solid. Doesn't have the give it used to. Then I got to put a piece of steel in here that comes out so far. I'm going to crook a little bend on it. Weld through primer on that. We'll prep all this and we'll seal this up, grind the rust down. You can see it's a jigsaw mess. So we got to take out a piece and move stuff around, take out another piece, move stuff around, so forth and so on. Really, as far as the substructure rot up top, I think this is the last little piece I got to redo. New lip across there. That's all the further I'm going to go with the grinds on those welds, okay? I'm going to get a block and I'm going to tamp this around where it belongs. But that's all the further that's getting. You can see where we're going to have to replace that kind of section again. I don't know if that frame's broken or not right there. Smart Money says it's broken. Oh, look at there. Look at the body mount. That's that one there. You got that little piece up there sectioned in. The rust inhibitors I use, my helper got overzealous. He started brushing it on shit that I'm going to spray later. I don't know what the hell. It doesn't matter. It's taken care of now. He ground off where I needed to weld. This is kind of where we're sitting. We'll grind all this flat so we can put that piece of steel back. Tuck it where it's supposed to and everything. It's not going to tuck all the way through. This initially was 2 and 3 layers here on this flange. I did the bottom piece right to this. This inside piece we're going to butt, boom, and we'll seam seal that. Okay? I'm not going to do the 3 piece layers here. This is 16 gauge steel, by the way. This was 16 gauge steel, best I could figure. I'll kind of show you. I did a shorter video on this. This little guy is, it's literally badass, okay? It's as simple as it gets. It's not real neat and tidy, but it gives me everything I need for rocker panels, trunk pans. I got a 22-inch throw. And the reason I made it 22 inches is because this piece of angle iron, these came off the same piece. And it's only 1/8 inch. You don't want to go over 2 feet. But it was 44 1/8 long. You take 1/8 out from the cut. There you go. But I built that first thing this morning. It took me, I don't know, an hour or so to make. It's absolutely nothing special, but it breaks the steel. These, I picked these up at our local hardware store. It says you can cut up to 18 gauge. I'll probably regret it. I'll probably regret it eventually, but they cut 16 gauge just fine. 16 gauge is most of your structural steel in your pans, so not a big deal. I'm locking down for the night. We got a car lock car in here. We got another customer car coming Wednesday. See if that dings me on third-party content, huh? That's Danny Livingston, by the way. You guys are gonna walk through here. What is this? This is gonna be segment. This is part of segment 10 or 11 on the Monte. I don't remember now. And you're gonna have 10 or 11 more after this. But we're getting there, folks. We'll put the. I wanted to have half the trunk pan in tonight, and I'm steadily losing interest in working, to be frank. Make sure my bottles are all shut off so I'm not blowing Trimix out into the air, wasting $50 at a throw. Small shop. We're doing good. I'm going to shoot some segments around here and do a promo video. That should be some good stuff. That's what's going on in the shop today. Stick around. There'll be a lot more to follow this week with the Monte Carlo. I'll show you the, this was kind of a barter deal for the mid-draw on this car. Usually, if I give a static number, usually I try to get up front and at the end. This one we broke up into 3 payments because one of the payments is a car. Which in turn, I got to liquidate as quickly as I can to finance the rest of the build. Trunk pan structure's back in there. We're 2/3 of the way done with that. The rest of it would be pretty easy. If I had a bead roller, I'd throw those beads back in that panel I got to throw in there, but I don't, so I'm not. Discuss it with the owner. It's quality work, it just doesn't look factory spec. He don't care about the trunk pan. He's going to show the car. Man. Also discussed the deadlines, wanting to get 2 good guys this year, 5th, 6th, and 7th of July. And he's coming to realization it's probably not going to happen, but he's giddy. You remember that trunk lid that didn't fit? It stuck out like that much past the tail section. The repairs they'd done in the past actually collapsed that trunk lip and caused even greater harm there. So when we cut everything loose, jacked that frame up and welded it, it actually pushed that whole assembly back out where it belongs. It's a good day to be doing this, folks. Jealous of some of you with a straight job, yet I pity all you with a straight job too. I can't get over what I do. It's just too surreal some days. I'm back to loving my work, which is good.